Christmas in the Barn. Once upon a time, in a cozy little barn nestled in the snowy countryside, there lived a group of very special animals. The barn was warm and snug, filled with soft hay, and it was the perfect place to live. The animals were very happy there, and they always looked out for one another. It was a cold winter evening, and the stars were twinkling brightly in the night sky. Inside the barn, the animals were preparing for a very special night. They had heard stories about this night, passed down from their ancestors. It was the night when a very special baby would be born, and they were excited to be a part of it. There was Bessie the cow, with her soft brown eyes and gentle moo. She was the kindest of all the animals and always made sure everyone had enough to eat. Next to Bessie was Henry the horse, strong and sturdy, always ready to help with anything heavy. Then there was Daisy the donkey, who had the sweetest bray and was always there to cheer everyone up with her funny stories. There were also the sheep, lambs, and chickens, all huddled together to stay warm. As they waited, they noticed a beautiful bright star shining above the barn. It was unlike any star they had ever seen. It seemed to light up the entire barn with its soft, glowing light. The animals knew that this star was very special. Suddenly, they heard a gentle knock on the barn door. Bessie the cow went to open it, and there stood a tired but smiling man and a woman. The woman was holding her round tummy, and the man looked very kind and gentle. They asked if they could come in and rest because the woman was about to have a baby. The animals happily welcomed them into the barn. The man laid down some hay for the woman to rest on, and the animals gathered around to keep her warm. The chickens clucked softly, and the sheep and lambs huddled close. Daisy the donkey lay down beside her, offering her warmth and comfort. After a while, the woman gave birth to a beautiful baby boy. The barn was filled with a magical feeling, and the animals were amazed by the tiny baby. Bessie the cow mooed softly, and Henry the horse whinnied in delight. The baby's name was Jesus, and the animals knew that he was very special. To keep baby Jesus warm, Bessie gave some of her softest hay, and the chickens fluffed up their feathers to make a cozy nest. The star above the barn shone even brighter, casting a gentle light over everyone inside. The animals felt so happy and blessed to be part of this wonderful night. As the night went on, more visitors arrived at the barn. There were shepherds who had been watching their sheep on the hills. They had seen the bright star and heard angels singing in the sky, telling them about the birth of Jesus. The shepherds came to see the baby, bringing gifts of wool and milk. Later, 3 wise men came, guided by the bright star. They brought gifts of gold, frankincense, and myrrh for the baby Jesus. The animals watched in awe as the wise men knelt down and gave their gifts to the tiny baby. The barn was filled with joy and love, and the animals felt so proud to have been part of such a special night. They knew that baby Jesus was a gift to the world, bringing hope, love, and peace to everyone. As the night drew to a close, the man and the woman thanked the animals for their kindness. They promised to always remember the love and warmth they felt in the barn. The animals watched as the family left, following the bright star in the sky. The next morning, the barn was still filled with a magical glow. The animals gathered together to talk about the incredible night they had just experienced. Bessie the cow spoke first, her eyes twinkling with joy. "We were part of something truly special," she said. "We helped welcome baby Jesus into the world." Henry the horse nodded. "It was an honor to help that little family. I will always remember how happy and peaceful they looked." Daisy the donkey smiled. "And don't forget how the bright star shone above us. It was like a sign that everything was going to be all right." The chickens clucked in agreement, and the sheep and lambs bleated softly. They all felt a deep sense of pride and happiness. The barn had become a place of warmth, love, and magic. Over the next few days, the animals noticed that the barn had become a place of gathering. People from the nearby village came to see where the special baby had been born. They brought gifts and shared stories of hope and joy. The animals were delighted to see so many happy faces and to hear the laughter and songs that filled the air. One cold evening, a little girl came to the barn with her family. She had heard about the special night and wanted to see the place where baby Jesus had been born. The animals watched as she walked around the barn, her eyes wide with wonder. "This is where it happened," Bessie the cow told her softly. "This is where the special baby was born." The little girl smiled and reached out to pat Bessie on the head. "Thank you for taking care of him," she said. "You are very kind." Bessie felt a warm glow in her heart. It felt so good to be appreciated for the kindness she had shown. As the days turned into weeks, the barn continued to be a place of joy and celebration. The animals never forgot the special night when they had welcomed baby Jesus. They felt blessed to have been part of such an incredible event. One evening, as they were all settling down to sleep, Daisy the donkey spoke up. "We should always remember this night," she said. "And we should always try to be kind and helpful to others, just like we were that night." The animals all agreed. They knew that the love and kindness they had shared had made a big difference, and they wanted to keep that feeling alive in their hearts. As the years went by, the story of Christmas in the barn was told and retold. The animals grew older, but they always remembered the night they had welcomed baby Jesus. They passed the story down to their own little ones, ensuring that the magic and love of that special night would never be forgotten. Every year, on the anniversary of that night, the barn would be filled with light and laughter. People would come to celebrate and remember the kindness and love that had been shared. The animals would gather together, feeling proud and happy to be part of such a wonderful tradition. And so, the story of Christmas in the barn lived on, a reminder to everyone that kindness, love, and hope can make the world a better place. The animals knew that they had been part of something truly special, and they carried that feeling in their hearts forever. The moral of the story: we learned that kindness and sharing make the world a better place. When we help others, even in small ways, we can be part of something magical and special. Just like the animals in the barn, we should always be ready to welcome others with open arms and a warm heart. By doing so, we can spread love and joy to everyone around us.